that's less of a backwater place like this, I'll be able to show you something really cool.
So apparently he has joined our group, guys, because now we are going to be traveling with him.
So guys, I will say that you know for a fact that there's this really badass, you don't really know what it is, that is trying to collect all the pieces of the bust of Tharizdun and basically free the chained god. So remember that you have that in your back pocket as like, this is bad stuff that's going to happen. However, Lokag, Twisted Limb, you're currently inebriated and you're talking a little bit louder than I think you mean to. And next to you, there is a rather burly looking dwarf who's wearing overalls. He's got really dirty clothes on and is kind of tattered. And he just turns to you and says, "The hell are you saying about my town?" And he just spits right at your head.
So it takes me a few seconds, like 10 seconds, to realize what just happened as I'm kind of staring at him in like dumb amazement. Oh, you don't know what you just did. You want to meet me out back?
I want to meet you right here. And he stands up, and 3 of his buddies also stand up.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah.
I'm a little hammered, and I stand up, although nobody can probably see me because I'm a gnome.
How about you jump on the table?
That's probably helpful.
Yeah,
I'll pick. Sorry, what's your name again? Finthwig. I'll pick Finthwig up. That way people can see him. Just
Okay, so you pick Finthwig up. So these 4 dwarves are standing in front of you. They've had a little bit to drink as well, and I'm gonna say roll initiative.
Woohoo!
Dang it! I'm not involved in this fight.
Did we make it out of the bar or not?
I'm not involved in this fight. I just held the angry little gnome. And I'm not gonna let him fight. He's not fighting. We don't know this. He's getting in a fight for some guys. We don't know that.
Should I type into chat?
Just tell me what you rolled.
Okay. 15.
15?
Yep.
No, I'm not letting Finthwig fight. I'm holding him.
Finthwig, against Jen, has rolled a 18.
He's not gonna win.
How many dwarves are there that are trying to cause
There are
problems?
4 that are currently getting ready to beat the crap out of Lokag, and you guys have been sitting around this table for probably an hour or so. You've gotten to know each other. You're kind of buddy.
I want this giant on my team.
Yeah, he's gigantic. Anybody else rolling initiative other than?
Can I roll like? I don't know exactly how this works.
Roll a persuasion check, Jen, or choose between persuasion and
intimidation.
Okay, go ahead and roll intimidation to see if you can intimidate these folks into backing down.
I got a natural 17. Hold on, sorry. And I get plus.
Should be a 22.
Hold on. I got a 22.
These dwarves are scared out of their mind that Nova is going to just freeze them to death with her ice breath. And they say, "You know what? You're not worth it." And they once again spit at you and walk out of the tavern.
But
I start slow. I try to stand up.
Make a dexterity check.
Okay, yeah.
with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. That's a 5. Wait, yeah, is it a save or a check?
It's a save.
Okay, that's a 6. Oh, wait, no, that's a 7.
We're splitting hairs here. You needed a 13.
Yeah.
So you stand up to try to follow them outside to beat the crap out of them, and you trip over the bar stool you're sitting at and fall flat on your face. Let's see. What are you going to take? You know what? You're a Goliath, so it's a bit further of a fall.
Yep.
You take 5 damage.
Ouch.
Just falling on your face.
I'm kind of going to lay there for a while.
Okay, yeah.
Afterwards, I'm obviously not like dead or unconscious, but I'm kind of just laying down.
Enjoying the feeling of the room not spinning for a minute.
Yep.
So
my friend. I go to pick up Twisted Limb.
Twisted Limb, are you letting him help you, or do you kind of just...
I kind of wave him off a little bit. I'm fine. It's good down here.
So, Boren, go ahead and make a strength check to try to pick him up.
Oh, yes.
Would being drunk be considered a sort of poison?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Protection from Poison on Twisted Limb.
I like it.
Okay.
I got a 13 on the strength check.
You get him to about on his knees, and that's a lot, considering he's about probably twice your height and really heavy.
Oh, come on, big boy. You got this.
At that point, I'll try to get up the rest of the way, at least to sit back down in the chair.
Okay, since Boren's helping you, make another dexterity check, this time with advantage.
Sweet. Awesome. 17.
All right, you are able to stand all the way up and get back into your chair. Seeing this, the bartender decides that he wants to get you a water. Look, friend, clearly you're not from around here. You can't handle your liquor.
Did I not cast that Protection from Poison, Tony, then? Because
The
Protection
bartender-
from Poison neutralizes the poison.
Yeah, the bartender doesn't know that
That
yet.
he's not drunk anymore?
Yeah, the bartender, there's not a lot of magic users in this little backwoods town, so he doesn't really...
I know, I just wanted to make sure that we covered. Okay.
Okay. So Twisted Limb's starting to feel better, and the barkeep is going over to the well that's right there to pull up some water for the clearly inebriated group of people at this table. And he kind of sighs and says, "Kristen, the well's dry again. The bloody river's dry. Somebody needs to find a way to take care of that damn river and find out what's wrong with it."
Well, I know we haven't known you for long, but we can add water to the river.
It's not that the river needs water. It will randomly stop flowing. And we don't know why.
Well,
What season is it?
It is spring. It is definitely the wet season. There should not be an issue with the amount of water flowing through here.
When did this problem start to arise?
Probably about a month ago.
Did anything else strange start happening within that month, or is it just the water?
We've been hearing some crazy stuff below town, but the river doesn't flow under town.
we'll take the case.
So Fenthwick is speaking for everybody now.
Fenthwick is still drunk.
Fenthwick wants to do it all for free.
Oh, I bet Fenthwick does.
I never set a price.
Yeah, how much is this water worth to you?
Okay, since it's coming from the chaotic neutral person, I'm not going to say it's a dick move. The barkeep kind of looks at you like surprised that you'd be so callous that the people of this town are possibly going to die. He says, look, we're flat broke. It's worth the world to us, but we can't pay him more than 10 gold.
But I know you have a whole keg of dwarvish beer.
He's bartering.
I'm not paying out of my pocket. It would have to come out of the town treasury.
But think how much nicer your inn would be if you had water to serve your guests. Drink a bit too much.
Let me tell you, most of the people that come in here don't order water.
Is there someone we can talk to that might know more about the problem?
We had a few adventurers head that way a couple weeks ago, and they came back. They're actually at the table. They're 2 tables away from you. They're led by that half-orc. I think her name was... This is where I have to pull stuff up and actually find things.
You've got actual notes.
I do have actual notes.
It's very different from my DMing style. I make stuff up and then I just have terrible names all the time. Everyone's named Jim.
I think her name is Ertrag.
Ertrag?
Ertrag.
Ertrag! I'll take the number. Is there a Ertrag here who can give us a hand?
You see this tall, lanky half-orc female stand up male. Tall, lanky half-orc male stand up, carrying a staff in his left hand. I'm Ertrag. How can I help you?
That's a mighty fine staff you got there, but our friend here says you went on an adventure, try to sort out this water situation.
What water situation? By the time we got halfway to the mountain, the water was flowing again. We figured it wasn't an issue anymore.
Well, obviously the water's not flowing any now, Ertrag.
You know, I got other things to do with my damn time than chase down a water shortage.
Can I do an insight check on this person? They just seem like there's something going on.
Go ahead, roll an insight check.
Okay. What would that be? Do I add anything to that?
Yeah, you should be adding your...
Oh, my insight modifier. Okay. 9.
As far as you can tell, he just lazy.
Okay.
Ertrag, when you're the good guy and you're trying to keep the bad guy down, when you let him up without fully defeating him, that's when the tables turn. You gotta go all the way.
Okay. Ertrag kind of gives you a look like, what are you even talking about? There was nothing going on here. There was no bad guy. This would be a lot more interesting if you had a luchador mask on the entire time.
I'm not wearing it right now, but I do have a costume, a wrestling costume. I'm not exactly sure what it looks like yet. But.
Okay. So Ertrag says, if there was something causing the issue, we would have taken care of it. But there wasn't. There was no issue. The water started flowing again. So we came back to town.
I just got to reinforce. There's no water right now, so clearly there's something going on.
So you continue questioning Urtrag, and it's clear that he doesn't want to do anything about it. He's not giving you any extra information.
I say we just get some sleep, and in the morning we'll tackle the water crisis.
Okay. As you get ready to walk over to the inn, the barkeep tells you, "Look, I know you're not from around here." Wait, that's not the barkeep's voice. "Look, I know you're not from around here. Just don't travel at night and be wary of the roads."
What's been happening at night?
Do you mean to be scared of the roads, or are you telling us to stay on the roads?
At night, the woods are haunted, and the roads are patrolled by roving bandits.
Tony, I'll be right back. I think the pizza guy got our order wrong. I'll be right back.
All right.
I wonder if those bandits know where to find water. Maybe we should go talk to the bandits. Sorry.
We've faced a few bandits in our day. What's another one? I vote we help these guys. They seem all right.
Okay.
Any bandits that aren't willing to show their face in the light of day, they're troublemakers. We gotta set them straight.
They need to be daytime bandits.
My bar, you're full. We have to call the pizza place.
What did they do?
They got our order completely wrong. We have somebody else's.
How did they? What did we get?
We got cheese pizza and like pasta. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a deluxe pizza at all.
Are you a dwarf?
Josh is a cleric. I'm
Josh.
not sure what his.
What species are you? Are you a dwarf?
I think dwarf cleric.
A dwarf? He's making expressions like.
Josh, can you hear us okay?
The group on the couch, I can just barely hear.
Okay. Noble was asking if you are a dwarf.
Yes, I'm a dwarf.
Okay.
Dwarf cleric, is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
And then we have a Goliath bard.
Yes.
Gaia. I'm just writing it down so I don't forget.
Okay.
I will forget your names for reference.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
No problem.
I'll say that person. It'll be great.
Nobody will know what that means.
Exactly.
All right.
You want something? You have water.
Narrator, where are we at?
You guys are currently walking towards
Gaia.
the inn on the other side of the Sleek Tusk bar, known as the Crested Warhorse. So it should be around 2:30 in the afternoon, but it's already starting to get dark out.
And it's spring.
And it's spring. This is very unusual.
By God. What is wrong with the light in this place?
Am I still drunk?
Go ahead and roll another Constitution check for me.
I have rolled a 6.
A 6. You are still feeling it.
Roger that.
I'd like. Can I roll is the investigation that I roll to try and understand why? Does that make sense?
Understand why what?
Why it's dark right now?
Go ahead.
Maybe
Investigation, you said?
nature?
Is that nature?
Roll nature. Roll nature. Nature makes more sense for the sun going down too early.
I rolled a 10.
A 10. You don't know why it's getting dark out, but you have an ominous feeling about why it's getting dark early.
Can I sense any fiends or anything like that? Or what's my ability? It's can I sense dark, dead, or fey creatures?
There's nothing. How far can you sense undead?
I think it's like 100 feet. I don't know. I'd have to look at it.
Okay. Within 100 feet, you don't sense anything undead or fey or anything.
My sword also, I think, enhances that. Because my sword has an advantage against
It
dead.
kind of had a sting kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a sting for undead.
Yeah, it's your sword isn't giving you any hints either for it. So.
Anybody hear us?
It's checking if PHB Divine Sense is 60 feet.
Okay, yeah, there's nothing within that range.
60 feet?
Yeah.
What?
Did you find that on?
Sec. 84.
So you guys are heading towards the inn?
Tony, can I pray to Belias real quick? My deity god?
Yeah, go ahead and pray to Belial. Or Belias.
I'm just going to ask, like, why have you left this town?
Okay. Roll a percentile die for me. Percentile under the
56.
56. So, while you sense the warmth of Belial, he does not give you a direct answer as to why the town is dark. You two have an ominous feeling about why it's getting dark, though.
Okay.
You know what? I had a god once. I can talk through my
Sorry, guys.
They could not see you.
Well, they can hear me.
Yeah. All right. So, sorry, what was that, John? I heard you speaking drunk talk, but that was it.
I have a god. I can talk to her through my music box.
New people, Boren and Twisted Limb, make an insight check for me to figure out if you think he's batshit insane.
What'd I miss?
Not much
Same.
7.
20 non-nat.
Okay. Twisted Limb seems legit. And Boren, you're confused as to why he's saying he speaks to his god through a music box.
What kind of god lives in a box? Doesn't sound very powerful to me.
God doesn't live in the box. You church folks are all just you have this preconceived idea of what the gods. It's just a whole thing. I'll show you another day.
Preconceived? My god circles around the earth and gives us light every day. What does your god do?
Well, tells me how to invent things. Have you ever invented something?
Well, I don't tinker too much, but What have you invented?
You couldn't do that without the gods, and you can't do that without the magic music box.
I would love to see this god of yours sometime.
We'll try this again when I can speak a little more clearly. I haven't checked in for a minute. I might be in a bit of trouble.
Apollo, get out of there. Stop clawing oranges.
By the way, they have a cat, which is what is going on there.
Actually, it's a kitten, which is why they're yelling at it.
He just, I just watched him do this with the
You guys have the most interesting collection of pets.
Yes.
Aw.
This is peak.
Can I see Apollo?
Sure.
I'll go get him.
Laura, do you have Perk out still?
No, she kept getting literally everything stuck in my shirt, so I didn't want her. She was getting really upset by that, so she's happily playing with her bells.
Okay.
He's outside the door.
Aw.
I'm happy. We have cats somewhere.
Yeah, Lotus. Oh, let me go get Lotus.
Everyone's getting their pets.
I feel like our pets need characters.
You can tell you're a crazy animal person when.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you have both cats.
You will look at all my pets.
Oh my god.
Look at them.
Apparently, Lotus wants to share. All right.
The cats were like, wait, but we wanted to stay in there.
Yeah, they want to stay in the bird room so they can eat the bird. Okay, so you arrive at the Crested Warhorse Inn.
So the inn wasn't above the tavern; it was separate.
Yeah, it was separate here. It's. I want to be polite to the person that owns this inn, but it's kind of a shithole. It's got a roof leak. It's kind of has a smell to it. As you go up to the front counter, the halfling attendant looks genuinely shocked that anybody has come into this inn today. Hello, looking for a room?
Your nicest room.
Maybe we should get 2 rooms so that the girls can stay in a separate room.
Well, we only have 2 rooms, and one of them's already taken.
I bet it's those damn dwarves again.
Well, I can sleep outside.
You're fine. We'll all
I'm
cuddle.
used to sleeping outside.
Mega bed.
Well, how much is that room?
Mega bed.
The room is going to be. Let's see. How long are you staying?
I think we're just planning on staying the night.
Well, we do have a 1-week minimum, but it's 10 silver pieces for the week.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'll just head out.
What, Laura?
How many beds are in the room?
Well, we only have room for 1 bed in the room.
Cuddle.
Like I said, this place is a crap hole.
Are there any other places that have rooms, or is this the only inn in the entire town?
Well, you could always sleep in your tents. But that would be intense. I'm a dad. I have to have dad jokes.
You know, it's only what? Did you say 10 silver?
10 silver for the room.
What if
I'll throw in 2 silver.
I gave you just 5 silver? Not like anybody else is gonna come through.
Honestly, it's late, and I don't want to be here after the sun goes down. So yeah, here, just have the room. I'll take the 5 silver. Just take the room.
I don't want to be in the room after the sun goes down either now.
No, it's not that the room is bad after the sun goes down. It's that I have to get home, and I don't want to be here. I don't want to have to walk outside at night.
Okay, so we should be inside the room at night. Is that what you're trying to
That's a
imply?
good idea.
Okay.
I'm tired. I've had some rubbing alcohol, and I'm not putting up my tent tonight. 5 silver's worth it for the night.
Yeah, we can sleep on the floor. I mean, I'm sure we have blankets and things from, our trek before, so it's not anything different, and it'll be warmer than sleeping outside.
True.
Yeah.
And I don't mind cuddling, like I said.
So, as you head up to your room, a small storm breaks out.
Hold on. Can I? Has the halfling left yet?
The halfling's still at the desk.
All right. Before we leave, I'm like, how far away do you live, little man?
I live just on the other side of the plaza. Why do you ask?
I seriously, I do not like the dark. I can guide you. I can guide you home, and I cast light on my shield.
Okay.
Would you let me guide you home?
Sure, that would be fine.
All right, crew.
I'm gonna follow along, just to kind of see, because my character's curious as to why it would be dangerous to be out at night, being that she's used to sleeping out at night almost every day of her life.
Okay.
Anyone else want to come with?
I'm interested.
At once, too. He's not very loud.
I'm not tired yet.
All right.
But am I the only one in the room?
I'm staying in the room. Fuck that.
So Fenthwick and Nova are staying in the room. The 4 of you are helping the halfling get to his room. I gotta check something real quick.
I didn't say I was staying in the room. I said I'm not walking this person home.
Gotcha. Okay. So you guys are walking to the room. Oh, good. There are 4 of you out there, correct?
Yes.
All right. I am going to roll a d12 to see if you get to actually fight this thing or just see it off in the distance. Oh, you're so fucking lucky. Okay. So.
Fight.
Huh?
Sorry, I was joking. Fight.
I don't think you wanted to fight that today. Not in the state you guys are in. You already fell.
Oh, right.
Although you're not intoxicated anymore because Laura cast protection from poison. So you walk the halfling over to his house. Ensure that he gets in fine. And then as you start walking back, you see that it's gotten much darker than you expected it to be. It's around 3 o'clock. And on your walk back...
It's 3 a.m.?
It is 3 p.m.
Can I do a nature check as to see if this might be like natural or?
Go ahead. Nova already failed. We'll see if you can fail too.
Also,
Natural 20.
Oh shit! So, this has actually been going on for a while. It hasn't been noticeable yet because you've been staying outside a lot, but it's been progressively getting dark earlier, and as far as you can reason, the evil gods, the gods that are kind of aligned against your gods, are causing some sort of natural anomaly to occur where it gets dark earlier. And you have a feeling that with it getting dark earlier, the nights are also going to get more dangerous.
Okay.
That's scary.
And I'm sorry, I interrupted you with your beast thingy, so you can finish that.
Okay, so you're walking back to the inn, and it's gotten much darker. And the inn is on the other side of the plaza from the tavern, but it's close enough to the outskirts of town to where you can see into the woods when you get closer to it. And you can't hear it, but you can see a translucent female walking through the woods.
It just looks humanoid, translucent.
It looks humanoid with elven ears.
Does it seem? Do any of us recognize it as anything?
Who has the best Arcana check out of the four of you?
I have a +3.
I have a +4.
Matt, how do
Just a
you-
+1.
+1.
2.
All right, so Matt, go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me real quick.
Alright, I got an 18.
You recognize this creature as a banshee. And also, since you rolled so high, I'll give you the information of, you know that if you hear a banshee's wail and you fail your save, you die.
I'm gonna pick up my pace
Okay?
and try to get back to the hotel.
You all were pretty close to the inn already anyway, so it doesn't take you much time to get to the inn. That is the sound of a banshee, apparently.
Oh no.
What do you think that lady's doing out in the woods? We should go help her.
Yes, miss. I try to call out really loudly, even if she's way too far away.
I think, Matt, you need to tell them what you saw, because you're hearing them say this.
Yeah.
With the group.
They want
Upon
you to
hearing
say it
that.
directly because
Oh, yeah.
apparently they-
No, you will die. If you're a banshee's wail, there's a fair chance that you will die.
A fair chance? I can still talk to them, right?
No,
long as
I
it's
would
not
not
wailing.
recommend it.
I'm sleeping.
So, Elandrin has now given you this information about the banshee. But could you guys hear Elandrin at all, or no?
I could only hear half of what he said.
So, Matt, I'm going to need you to try to, I don't want you screaming, but speak a little louder.
Project.
So, Josh, do you still want Boren to try to help what you now know as a banshee?
No.
Okay. The banshee did not succeed on a perception check, despite the fact that Twisted Limb was screaming at her. So you all make it to the inn safely. So you get to the inn, you walk up to your room, and in your room, you recognize that it started raining, and there's a pretty noticeable leak right above the head of the bed. Like if you were laying in the middle of the bed, there would be a drip directly on your forehead. It's not a super small bed, but it's probably a full bed. And your room has a toilet, but not a place to wash up. And probably enough room for the Goliath to sit up and sleep, but not enough for the Goliath to fully spread out and sleep.
Is there a
In the
lobby?
whole room, or
Huh?
are you saying the whole room or just the bed?
Oh, I'm saying the whole room isn't big enough for the Goliath to spread out and sleep. There is a lobby in the hotel that you could sleep in if you really wanted to, Zach.
I think I'm going to sleep in the lobby.
Okay. So, Twisted Limb is sleeping in the lobby.
I'm gonna cast Mend and fix the leak in the roof above the bed.
Okay. Is there a check for that, or does it just succeed?
It just No, there's no check or anything. It just says spell can physically repair. Oh no, never mind. I'm reading the wrong thing. As long as the break or tear is no larger than 1 foot in dimension, I mend it with no trace of the former damage, and I just need the 2 lodestones, and it's a cantrip.
Okay. Yeah, you successfully fixed the hole in the roof. The pillow is still wet, but at least there's not going to be a drip directly in the middle of your forehead.
Okay, I just pick up the pillow and just toss it, and then I'm going to claim the bed since I'm the one that fixed the drip.
I'm still sleeping in the corner where I was when you guys arrived.
Okay.
I'll be sleeping on my shield.
Okay. Nova could probably sleep curled up next to Eliana. Alandrin, there's probably enough room on the other side of the bed for you to sleep on. So Eliana, sleeping next to a dragonborn isn't the most comfortable experience you've ever had since their skin is scaly. As you twist and turn in the middle of the night, you get small scratches all over your skin from where this.
I'm gonna take the blanket and throw it over her and just go sans blanket.
Okay.
Sweetie. You be nice.
And then I'll take the pillow and I'll rip it open and just kind of cover it in between with all the fluff from the pillow.
Okay. So as you all fall asleep, most of you have an uneventful night. Fenthwick, for shits and giggles, first of all, roll me a Constitution check with disadvantage.
Advantage?
Disadvantage.
11.
11, okay. In the middle of the night, you hear a noise. And in your dream, you see yourself sitting on the edge of the bed with your music box in the corner of the room. And from the music box, you hear the faint sound of Arathis telling you that, I can't remember, is Arathis male or female, John?
I thought it was female.
Okay.
That could be wrong, but that's what I've got in my.
I have the thing right here. Arathis is female.
Right. You hear the soft voice of Arathis, and she says that she's disappointed in you. She was hoping that you would be closer to completion on the machine she gave you information on. And your latest failure of creating one part of the machine months ago was disappointing. She expected better of a well-known elf or gnome artisan such as yourself. And to kind of remind you of the stakes here, you start to feel warmth. And then it feels hot. And then it's unbearably hot. You feel like your skin is going to melt. You taste charcoal. You smell sulfur. And then you wake up with what is objectively the worst hangover of your life. And remembering vividly the message from Arathis. And still feeling uncomfortably warm.
What time is it?
It is currently, you guys are going to be early risers today, 6 o'clock.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead, while everybody else is sleeping. Maybe make a trip downtown, see if I can find a place to procure some metals and take a shot at building some more of that machine. I feel a little bit bad.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, before we worry about going down, getting food, doing anything like that, after realizing what I did with the nighttime, I'm going to go ahead and pray to my god, Shemazal, and pray for guidance in what occurring to see if maybe she can guide us in figuring out this issue.
All right. Roll a percentile dice and D10. Die, not dice.
The one with the 0 on it, right? The one 0 through 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then make sure you also roll. Yeah. You're doing it right.
Yeah. 73.
I'm sorry. The deity you have tried to connect with is not available right now. Please leave a message after the beep. Beep.
Gosh, I don't even get like a love tap.
You know, go ahead and roll it again because it was. I'll give you advantage on this roll because it's kind of important.
Do I need a lower number or a higher number?
Lower number.
30.
30. You feel the warmth of the deity of nature and fertility wash over you. And she unfortunately has no good news. Shimhazal comes to you in the form of a sparrow and tells you, look, it's only going to get worse as Tharizdun's disciple continues to gain parts of the bust. As parts of the bust continue to be put into the bust, the power of Tharizdun is going to get greater. And eventually he will break free and rain chaos upon this world. You must stop this from happening if you want the humanoid races to survive.
Shit.
All right. So we're about at the halfway mark. I'm going to say we take a break real quick so I can go get food. It'll be about a 10-minute break right now, and we will come back at 7:40 or 7:37 our time, 6:37 Nebraska time. That work for everybody?
Yeah, I'm probably just going to mute you guys, so start waving whenever people are back.
Okay. Oh.
I waited for my top warrior to get that, and I was looking at that. Because I got that link wrong. Within some research, based on my but I got to use pretty much what I was I got lucky that pretty decent size server. Yeah, there's some so actually I already put down my deposit, like so you obviously get me like all that and so but people obviously do it like earlier, like whether even if they don't know like I did it because my actually friends that go there and they're talking here. My gosh, they actually love yeah. And my other friend that might be going to go, but she's going to You're a little different. It's definitely it can be testing on friendship. Well, I'm just warning you, it can go either way no matter what. Like, I mean, some of my best friends, we decided to move together randomly, and we didn't really, the girl that we ended up moving into because of, we probably get along. We actually ended up having friends who out of stuff. And like, we come in, like I want, like, if somebody wants I'm like, I didn't even say anything to you. So, okay, we actually had to go through and had to see her for 5 years. We had to go through the actual that she had stored in there. She would come in my room, my roommate. Yeah, all the time. I'm probably going to pay her upstairs.
All right.
Get the pizza sorted out, Tony.
Yeah, got the pizza sorted out. A little nervous that the pizza guy decided to take the other food because it seems like he's probably going to give that food to somebody that has no idea that it's been possibly touched by other people.
Ooh, a little weird.
Just a little bit. So how's it going so far? How was your game last night?
Oh, it didn't happen this week. Two of the guys were out of town. So.
Gotcha. Let's see. All right. So, John, are you there still? There's Zane.
Yellow.
I know that my wife should be going back up to her camera soon. Assuming that she's done talking with our nieces. There he is. All right. Okay.
Well, go ahead.
There.
Her crest.
No, she has a wound there. Stop rubbing it. She has a scab from Luna. From forever ago, right here.
But I mean, the bone.
Oh, every
It's
dog
mad.
has that bone.
Yeah, it's every creature. Like it's a standard evolution Impala thing. Why is this fucking massive
It's not massive.
compared to
It's no
Luna's?
bigger than Luna's. The
Way bigger
difference
than
is the way
Okay.
that Luna's body is shaped.
It's way more pronounced.
So
Pronounced, I'll agree with, but hers isn't bigger.
I don't know.
it is.
I looked it up at one point. Like,
Did you mute us? Because I can't hear anything they're saying.
I don't think so. Is anybody saying things?
Yeah.
I was. Can you not hear me, John?
Oh, there it is. Never mind.
All right. John, is there?
From us?
Because I think I'm hearing myself. Are other people hearing twice?
Hearing me?
Yeah.
twice?
Hello?
Hello.
Well, I mean, we're using TV speakers, which are next to the laptop, so you might be getting a little bit of an echo.
Okay.
And I don't know that we have a clean way to solve that.
Okay. We'll try to get around it.
Here, I'll tip the screen a little bit, which hopefully will block out the mic just a little bit.
Okay.
Hello, Evelyn.
All right. So it is morning, roughly 6:30, and as you all come to consciousness, everybody having a good night's sleep, aside from Fenthwick, you go downstairs and you hear an extraordinarily loud noise, seemingly coming from underneath the tree, and it sounds like steel scraping against stone.
Is anybody going to help me with this? Yeah, I'll investigate. I assume I'm the one dragging the steel.
You were not, but we can say that we think the sound is coming from you. So Fenthwick is carrying about, what's your strength, Fenthwick?
10.
Fenthwick is carrying 90 pounds of steel, dragging it along the ground, making a god-awful racket. Fenthwick, this is not helping your hangover.
Okay. So I'm gonna go down the stairs and help Bentwig, and I'm gonna call him a ding ding.
Okay. Nova, you pick up the steel
Yeah, ding ding.
as if it was feathers, because you have a ridiculously high strength check. So,
Yeah, I
I
know.
believe Eliana's going to be putting the steel in her bag of holding to be nice.
Yes.
Thank you, Eliana. I've got some things I need to work out on my own here. The gods.
You showed up with 90 pounds of steel. What are we supposed to think of you?
It's not the first time I've carried steel into the bed.
But 90 pounds? Like, you just... Did you sleep, even?
Do you not care about the gods,
I don't...
Nova?
I mean, no. No, I boss you met and that's it. And you know what? He doesn't make me wake up in the middle of the night to your shit.
First off, it's the morning, you uncultured savage. Also, this is for the gods. Moving on. All right.
Roll initiative. No.
Oh, I will win this shit. Make me roll initiative. I will.
Okay. So after Fintwick puts the steel in the bag of holding, you hear another extraordinarily loud sound that sounds like steel being dragged against the stone.
Sorry, guys. Hold on a second.
And it's seemingly coming from underneath the city.
Pick me.
What was that, Nova?
You said it came from underneath the city?
Yeah.
Can't
I vote, let's go check that out. I wonder if it has something to do with the well for the city.
So the bartender did say that the river does not run anywhere near the town. So these are two separate issues.
You said, so it's coming from, like, okay, can I just try to understand fully what you're saying? You're saying it's coming from underneath the city or from underneath where we're standing?
It's coming from underneath the city. So,
Outside, we would hear it too.
yes.
Does it seem to be coming from a tunnel system?
So there's no noticeable tunnel system, but you suspect that for this sound to be coming from underneath the city, there must be some sort of system underneath the city to be allowing this sound. That was a weird way to describe that.
Last sentence, I'm sorry.
I wonder if there's some sort of tunnel system.
Literally just said that.
Oh, sorry. I can't hear much.
No, I know. I figured you can't hear me very well.
Yeah, Laura has baby in her ear.
I thought you said you had a babysitter, Laura.
We do, but she still has to feed the baby.
Oh, babies don't need food. They can just survive off cosmic power.
Cosmic power of babies. Okay.
So Nova apparently wants to take disadvantage on all nature checks.
I was joking.
I know you were joking.
Okay, I want to go check this out.
So do you want to check out the river, or do you want to check out the sound coming from underneath the town?
Ooh, I don't know.
Sorry, John asked me a question. I got distracted.
My bad.
Well, you guys have two options here. You can investigate the sound coming from underneath the city,
I want to investigate.
or you can go investigate why the river has run dry.
Oh no, that's more me, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I vote with Nova. Me and Nova want to go for the river because it's more having to do with
Our stuff.
helping people / nature.
I told
Okay.
that guy I was gonna do the river thing. Like I'm coming.
I do want to say that I'm actually curious about what's going on underneath the river or the city. So is it possible that the two coincide?
You don't know that yet.
Yeah, but can I prove it by checking out one first?
You
We
can.
can always come back and check out under the city.
Yeah.
But I put it now, so like the thing is it could we check the underneath the city first because of the potential that we can solve a problem now that will just be a more significant problem if we push it off for later.
What time is it? It's 6:30 in the morning.
What do you think?
Can we go outside and ask a random passerby what is underneath the city?
Okay. So you flag down a tiefling who appears to be in a huff.
Have you tried the Neapolitan yet?
Damn tourists always trying to slow me down. What do you want?
Jeez, Matt. Pissing people off.
It's a tiefling. They have naturally bad.
What is the structure underneath?
There's. First of all, who the hell are you asking me questions at 6:30 in the morning? I have potatoes to pick. Well, to plant because it's spring, not fall. This city is built on, or this village is built on the ruins of an ancient civilization I know fuck all about. Apologize. If people are not comfortable with me swearing, I can tone it down, but this is a tiefling, and this is...
I'm good.
All right, thank you for your time. And
Is there any way to get down there?
I don't know. I've never tried to go down there.
Is there anyone who has?
I don't know. Do I look like a freaking tunnel diver? Now, if you don't mind, I've got potatoes to plant.
Potatoes.
Potatoes.
Boil
Taters.
them, mash them,
Stick them in a stew.
And with that, the tiefling kind of leaves in a huff and continues to walk towards his farm.
Not my bad that he's basically Smeagol.
Do you say this out loud? Because this might be initiative.
No. Why would I start a fight? I'm just thinking it. Sorry that he looks like Smeagol. Sorry, not sorry. Hashtag I could kill him. Hashtag I'm a dragon.
Dragonborn.
Hashtag Dragonborn, sorry.
Also a paladin.
Hashtag Paladin. I could save the day. It's fine.
All right. Got distracted.
Let's go.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of break the fourth wall here real quick and say that the two quests are completely separate from each other.
They are.
Yeah.
While we're not in the fourth wall, are we going to be screwed if we divide and conquer?
Yes.
Okay.
Water.
I feel
That's
like we
more
should
up my road.
do the water thing because we said it, but I have a feeling that the other thing's probably a bigger deal.
Well, it's a pretty big deal if all that anyone in this town has to drink is alcohol for more than a day.
Actually, in the past, I think that alcohol was a pretty prominent source of hydration.
Yeah, the water was poisonous. The alcohol, at least, was clean.
Right, like grog was about like making sure that water stayed good.
Yeah, that's actually why a lot of countries drank beer and wine is because it was a safe source of hydration. Not to like.
Cool.
Yeah.
When you drink too much wine, you know these things.
All right. Who's where? Let's like reconvene. What's going on right now?
So you are all in the middle of the large plaza in the middle of town. Synthwick has collected his 90 pounds of steel and has put it in the bag of holding. Everybody else is kind of standing there. Nova is still kind of rolling her eyes at how weak Synthwick is. And you all, I should ask if there are any dissenters about going to the river.
I vote River.
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 Does anybody vote?
River.
What was that, Jeff?
River for me.
Okay, it sounds like everybody is for the river. So, anybody want to ask around about where the river is?
Like to.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I
So,
think. Oh, sorry.
so you ask a few people. You ask a small group of school children walking by where the river is, and they say it's about 2 days journey to the north.
That's ridiculous. If it's that far to the north, then how are they getting water from this river?
Well, that is
Aquifers.
how the river system works. You obviously don't understand natural watersheds, you idiot. That wasn't supposed to be as mean as it sounded. I did it in a nice way.
In all fairness, Nova, I don't think Jin's talking out of character here either, because Nova has done agriculture things.
Yeah, that is kind of my thing here. Like, let's be real, guys. Fenwick obviously doesn't understand agriculture or watersheds, so let's talk about how water 2 miles up river could destroy the water system 2 miles down. But for real, though, they said it was 2 miles up.
2 days travel up.
2 days. I mean, I'm still going. I don't know what that changes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming my character is already starting to walk in the direction of the river.
If it's that far, we might be able to spend some time, like a few hours, investigating the noises in town.
I feel like
We could
it's
do
a
that.
rabbit hole.
Huh?
I said I feel like it's a rabbit hole. I feel like if we investigate the noises, we get trapped in a dungeon.
I think Jin knows me too well.
I do. Every time we've done that, it's been a dungeon, so...
Yeah, I mean, one way or another, we're doing a dungeon crawl. We know that.
It is called Dungeons and Dragons, people. I mean...
Let's be real. I'm going up the river. You can go by yourself down there if you want to, but as he said, he's probably going to kill us, and the last time we split up, it didn't go well, so...
Yeah, I feel responsible. I told a man while I was quite intoxicated that I was going to do a thing. You know what? I'm a good guy. Obviously, I'm going to do a thing, you know? I said I'd do a thing.
My character would take care of nature before any of her friends.
So, yeah.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. As a druid, it's kind of a different thing.
As a paladin, I'm all about saving people, and since, water is like...
My flaw literally says overly protective of nature sometimes to the detriment of my companions and myself.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I would die for a squirrel.
So, Eliana, are you going to hook back up with Artemis before you guys leave town?
Yeah, I was assuming I'd locate him before we headed out.
Okay.
Can I have a suggestion? You should just create a whistle for him, that you can, call him in. I just meant, you could just say that you created a whistle to call him in.
Tony, can I whittle a whistle?
Sure, while you guys are walking down the road. Wait, I should ask. For the first time, are you guys actually going to use the road?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think so.
No,
That way we can ask people coming back to make sure we're going the right way.
It's not a good idea.
The road's only an issue at night.
Follow the river. We need to follow the river to understand what's really
We need
going
to
on.
get to the river first.
Yeah, we're not.
I thought the river was 2
The
days
river
away.
goes through the valley. They're saying the issue is 2 days away.
No, the river is 2 days away from the center of town.
Hence my confusion.
And then the river's underground aquifer runs through town.
Don't follow the river. Or don't follow the road. I think that's always a dangerous idea, and we're setting ourselves up for failure. If we follow close to the road, we can at least monitor the traffic going in and out of the village and still...
Okay, we're following alongside the road in the woods undercover.
I think we should take the road. We're not some group of bandits trying to...
But we do have characters that would probably just trudge the road anyway.
I'm not saying we're bandits. I'm saying that discreetness is important in these kinds of situations in general. Whether or not we're good or bad, we should still be discreet because a group of 7 people looks a little suspicious. Especially
I don't know what you're.
And a giant.
I'm not a giant.
A Goliath. I'm a dragon. We look suspicious as fuck.
Oh, so
You haven't
dragon.
killed anybody in this town, though.
Yeah.
Okay, we're spending like 20 minutes talking about what route we're gonna take.
You know, it's perfectly fine to use 20 minutes. Holy crap, I'm throwing down these tiles.
Why don't we split up? The forest parallels the road, then why don't half of us wander through the forest and
I'll be
half
in the
of us
woods.
wander along the road?
I'll follow Jen in the woods because I'm worried that she might kill herself.
All right. Let's
I'm the one
follow
keeping
me.
you guys alive in the woods, remember?
Yeah.
I'll be fine in the woods. If
follow you
anyone's
all.
gonna get killed in the woods, it's you.
Yeah, skipping merrily through the woods, Laura.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're not.
come on. I have a nature check of +5. I have an animal handling of 4.
You remember that time you ran up the stairs and got killed?
Okay, I don't have great dexterity or stealth.
No, your stealth sucked. You got boned.
I mean, you ran, like, you skipped up.
I'm a very clumsy person who's good at living in the woods.
That is so. So let's just go in the woods. You and I will be fine. It'll be great. If they die, we can save them. Kind of.
Wait, if they die, they're dead.
No. I have potions. It'll be fine.
I think she means if they get knocked unconscious.
Yeah, because that's a completely different situation than dying.
Is it?
When you put it that way, I kind of like traveling with this new cleric.
I am the freaking paladin. I have health benefits. I don't know what a cleric is.
A cleric is basically a holy person that is added to the group to as a healer almost, but they also have other cool stuff they do.
Oh shit! You can do all the
Although,
healing stuff.
might
that I was
also
doing.
have offensive magic channeled through gods.
Okay, well, you can do all the healing shit I was doing. I'll do it myself.
I mean, I would prefer the road, but if you can keep the snakes away, I'll follow along in the woods.
You're afraid of snakes? I'm a dragon. I'm a serpentine creature.
Well,
Can I
then
turn
just
into a
keep
snake?
them away from me.
Keep me away from you?
Well, just don't make any snake noises.
I can turn into a
Zombies.
snake.
No, you are fine. You are a large thing. The snakes are sneaky and small, and they bite your ankles. It's no good.
I can turn into one.
Yeah, like, are you really talking to the right people here? I'm a reptile.
Yes, you should be terrified of these people.
I'm not terrified of her.
I'm a dragon. I have scales. Do you want me to, like, stick out my forked tongue or something to make you feel a little better?
Okay, so Tony, assume we're traveling down at this point.
Okay, so I need a hand check for traveling on the road.
You want what?
What check?
Who is? I just need to know who is traveling on the road.
I think we're all in the forest.
Yeah, I think we're all sticking together.
Alongside the road. Close enough to the road where we can see it.
Okay. That is what I thought. Which is why I set up the things like this instead of being. Okay, so you all are traveling down the road, or not down the road. You know what I mean?
Was it cheaper?
Huh?
Was it tell us, did we make the safer decision? We obviously made our decision, but was it safer?
Your sense of instant.
We're currently traveling. We will find out.
I don't know if it's the safer decision yet.
I need to know.
Ben, this is not a movie that you can fast forward.
Justify me.
Ben has validation issues.
For Illyria. All right. I'm guessing we're kind of doing what we normally do and keeping spellcasters in the back.
I have to spell
That makes
magic.
sense.
Yeah.
Except for me.
Yeah, I put you up front here, Zane. So Zane, Illyria, and Nova are up front, and the spellcasting Quattro are in the back. So you're traveling down the road, or traveling through the forest near the road, and you come across a poor woman. You don't know if she's poor or not. Sitting next to a cart that has a broken wheel.
I'd like to help her.
Clearly, she looks distraught while trying to find a way to gather enough sticks to fix her cartwheel. Like she's trying to fashion like a makeshift thing out of sticks to fix her cartwheel.
Can I do an insight check to see if it's a trap, or
Go ahead and make an insight check.
would it be an insight check, or?
You're trying to sense her motives, so yeah.
Can I just tell you that I probably am just going to go help her anyway?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so there's no point in doing an insight check if Jen's already barreling towards her.
I'm hanging back because I'm pretty sure this is a bamboozle.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna hang back and still do my insight check.
Is she, wait,
Ariana, go ahead and roll your insight check.
is she on the road or off the road?
She has her horse kind of pulled off the road a little bit next to this rock wall.
Can I
18.
obviously tell that there's something wrong with the wheel?
Eliana, you see that the wheel appears to be objectively broken, but you can't really sense any motive from her.
Yeah, I'm gonna help her. I'd like to go help her.
Okay. So, Nova, you come up and introduce yourself to the young lady. Help me. My cart has broken down and I'm trying to get to Embermont and I can't seem to get this darn thing to be fixed.
I have my leatherworking tools. Can I use my leatherworking tools to like fashion a way of fixing the wheel? I'm not like a woodworker, but
How big is the crack, Tony?
It's about a 3-inch crack in the wheel.
All right, I walk up and ask her if she would mind. Would you mind terribly if I actually fixed that for you?
Sure. Go ahead. If you can fix it, please do.
I cast mending.
Oh, no magic. Please, no magic.
okay,
Oh.
so then if she really doesn't want magic, then I'd like to try using leather to. I have like 4 foot of hide from way back when. That I'd like to try and fashion into a way of
Wrap around
creating a wheel that she can get to the nearest city.
Okay, make a... Oh, shoot, what would it be? It's not going to be dexterity.
Attack with maybe advantage if she's good at the tools.
I have proficiency in tools, in artisan tools.
Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity check with advantage.
Oh, damn, I have the lowest dexterity in the world. I have a 6 for dexterity.
I know.
But I rolled. Oh, look at that! I rolled a 6. And I rolled a 2.
So the 6 then.
So 6 is my roll. Wait. Here's what I found. Yeah, so does that mean that I didn't do it?
You attempt to fashion.
Because I fashioned a saddle before.
Yeah. This is not a saddle, and you did not succeed.
I was just trying to wrap shit around a pole to make
You
it.
rolled a 6.
I rolled a 2 first.
Okay, can I ask why is she afraid for us to use magic? Is there a specific reason? Is it not safe?
On that note, Eliana, what is your armor class?
Ah, shit.
Attack you. You should just let me fix it.
My armor class is a 15 right now.
Oh, I have Tinker's tools. I guess maybe that would work.
Okay. Out of nowhere, 3 arrows are going to hit you.
3 arrows? All of them hit me?
Oh, there was more than 3 shot at you.
Before that.
I don't think it has to be before that, Jen. I'm pretty sure
It's not like magic. We don't have it's not like a stack.
No, it's not the stack. Unfortunately, it's not the stack for you guys.
I just want to lay down on this stack, okay? Let me lay down my things.
So how much damage do I take?
13, 16 plus 3. You take 19 damage.
19?
And as this happens, let me know if you guys can't see this.
Shouldn't have come out on the road.
We're on the right. The banditos are on the left.
Who's the blue person?
That's probably the fighting.
Oh, good. I need one more mini. What was that, Jen?
Is the blue person the one we're helping?
The blue person is the one you're helping. And Jen, what is your armor class?
16.
16. Oh, I need to make those.
Am I getting attacked?
Yeah, in a second. You look as the young woman that you were helping with her cartwheel pulls out a scimitar and attacks you. Let's see. You take 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So, 4 points?
4 points.
How far away? Can I tell where the arrows came from?
They came from the other side of this rock wall.
Can I see what?
What?
Valor.
Place that with somebody else. Okay. Let's see. Everybody roll, and well, the people in the forest. Are you going to come to the aid of your friends?
Yeah, as soon as I see the arrows.
This was happening.
Hey, I can try to help.
Yeah, and you're a good person. I am too. I just know a bamboozle and I have rolled a lowly 12.
Okay.
21.
Roll a 6.
13.
I can count it on one hand.
A 4.
Yep.
And Elandrin, what did you say you rolled?
For a sec.
I rolled
Freaked me
a
out.
6.
I still couldn't hear Elandrin.
6.
6. Okay. Am I missing somebody?
I said 13.
Nova, what did you have?
I haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
And we get
Dexterity on. Yeah.
I got 18.
Okay. All right. First up is Josh. You rolled the 21?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was the one who got hit with the 3 arrows?
It was Eliana right here.
I'm
Alright.
at 8 hit points.
I'm gonna try and run along the woods and then up behind her. And do I have enough space to get there this turn?
You can get to about there. So right here.
Okay. And then, okay, I'm coming for you.
Tony, would my fog cloud hit? How far are the people with the arrows? Can I tell how far they are?
At this point, they've kind of you can see them. They're about 15 feet away.
Okay. At a point in front of us where they are located, because it says range 120 feet for me, I can create a 20-foot radius of fog. I'm going to cast fog.
Okay.
To race?
Oh, are they the races?
But it's a 20-foot radius, so does it catch all of them or just a few of them?
At this point, it would catch all of them,
Nice.
except for that guy in the back.
Okay. But I'm since it was in front of me, I'm guessing that the lady that was next to us can still see us.
Yeah, she can still see you guys.
Okay. Oh wait, no, was it my turn? I'm sorry.
It was not. It's
I'm
actually,
sorry. Then revert.
Jen rolled the 18. So Jen, you are up.
Sorry.
I'd like to use my conical breath. My ice breath. Sorry, it's conical. I was reading as I was talking.
Yeah, how many of those motherfuckers can you get in one shot?
I'd like to use my ice breath. I'm sorry. I was just reading up on what I need to roll, so that's why I said conical. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's your...
Okay. I'm going to say you face that way so you can hit more of them.
Am I not facing the right way?
No, you're facing the right way now. I made it to where you have an optimal path to hit them.
Okay, I get 8 plus my Constitution modifier, so plus 5. Plus my proficiency bonus is the saving throw.
No, yeah, okay, yeah, that's their...
They have to beat my saving, so...
6.
Okay, cool. And then it takes 2d damage on a failed save and half as much damage on a successful.
Okay, 2 of them failed, 1 of them succeeded. What was the damage?
2d6.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Okay, so I'm going to roll. The first one is a 5, and the second one is a 5.
Okay, so
The 5 for the one that rolled successfully, and 10 for the ones that did not.
Bam.
Okay. Go ahead. Just real quick.
Fuck those motherfuckers. I'm just kidding.
Don't touch
This is not a game side. He's sideways. I don't think you know what gang signs are. Are these gang signs?
12.
They are. They're Dragonborn. East side, west side, north side, McDonald's.
10 to 8.
Know how it goes? McDonald's.
Sorry. Should have had these guys help prepared earlier, but
It's good. Are these just regular banditos?
10, 25. Wow, you rolled shit.
Did I kill him?
25.
Fuck them. I hope I killed them.
52. Okay. So Jen, as you spray out your ice breath, you catch these 3 in the cone. This one made it save, so it only takes the 5 damage. This one takes the full 10, and this one takes the full 10 and dies.
Woo!
So you killed one.
Should focus our energy on the blue person then, because they obviously have pretty high HP, and they're the closest to all of us. Just saying.
So now it's the bandit's turn. Let's see. So as he moves into contact with Elandrin, Jin, you'll get an attack of opportunity as he runs by you. It means you can make a melee attack roll real quick.
So what do I roll?
Roll a d20 to find out whether or not you hit. And
I thought it was an automatic hit on opportunity.
Huh?
I thought it was an automatic hit on opportunity.
No, you still have to make a attack roll.
Okay. I do have to roll the 20.
Yeah.
I rolled a 17 plus 5.
That hits.
And then I think are they undead?
No.
If I roll 1d8. I rolled an 8.
Okay, and have you been adding your strength modifier to your damage?
No. Oh, I get +2 though because I have dueling with a one-handed weapon.
Okay.
So it's actually 10. And am I supposed to be adding my strength modifier because I get +5?
Yeah. As he runs by, you kind of just stick your sword out, and he runs into it and decapitates himself.
What an idiot.
They're bandits. They don't have to be smart. The next one is going to launch another arrow at Illyria. Rolls a natural 20. What's the damage on that? It's 1d8. 4. It does 5 damage, Eliana.
Wait, I thought it was
It's doubled.
no.
What?
I thought did you say Eliana? You said Lisa's name.
I meant Eliana.
Oh, I'm at 3?
Yeah, sounds right. The next one, the big yellow guy here is going to walk up to the rock wall, and he is going to fire his crossbow at Boren, since he sees that Boren's trying to heal you. Let's see. Oh, wait, I can go that. 12 plus. Does a 17 hit you, Boren?
Yeah.
That's 12.
Boy.
This one is going to kind of stay back here and cast a firebolt at Nova. So let's see. It rolled an 11. That does not hit Nova.
Okay, well, I also am missing that.
So that's the bandits. Next up, who rolled the 13?
Me.
All right, it is your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and do what I was going to do. I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud.
Okay.
From in front so that none of our people get hit. Can I hit the blue person and get back further with the 20-foot radius? Or is that going to involve Nova as well?
Fog Cloud doesn't do any damage, does it?
I know, but I didn't want her to get lost in the fog.
I don't
You
mind.
wouldn't get lost in the fog. You just wouldn't be able to.
All right, I'm just gonna cast Fog Cloud so that the archers and the people who are doing distance can't shoot as well.
Okay.
And then once I cast Fog Cloud, I'm gonna try to retreat into the woods.
Okay.
You're just throw him.
No,
You're such a mean dad. Poor kitten. I love him.
And say I go just behind the cleric.
Okay. So you go behind Boren. The blue guy is going to get an attack of opportunity on you.
On me?
Yeah. You were within melee range for her.
Oh, I thought maybe that they were caught in the fog.
She was literally right next to you. She could still see you.
Damn it.
It's highly obstructed. It's not everything is invisible. She rolled a 1. So.
Good. Finally, something doesn't hit me.
Yes. Next up, who rolled the 12?
I thought I did worse than that. Did I roll a 12?
John, I thought you rolled a 4 or a 5.
Yeah, I rolled something like unimpressive, like a 6-ish.
Okay. So who rolled the 12?
What did you
I rolled a 6.
Did you roll for Lisa's character?
So I'm guessing this is Lisa.
That would make sense.
All right. Sorry, I am not used to running other people's characters. So let's see here. What is Lisa going to do? Lisa,
Do an attack.
well, yes.
Punch and shit.
Lisa's going to pull out her dagger of fire and make an attack against, well, where is Lisa? Lisa's back here. Lisa's going to run up here and make an attack on the blue person.
What is from?
17 plus 22. So Lisa rolled a 22. So that's 2d4 plus 2. 8. So Lisa does 8 damage. Where did I put the darn marker now? So that is Lisa's turn. She does 8 damage. Next up is Matt.
Alright. I'm going to use Scorching Ray on the person closest to me, so I gotta make 3 ranged spell attack rolls.
Okay.
What level spell is that?
Second. An 8. And a 20. So I guess 20 will hit.
So what? I'm sorry, Matt. I can still barely hear you. What did you roll?
A 3, an 8, and a 20.
Was the 20 natural?
Yes, it was.
Okay. The 3 misses. The 8, was the 8 natural, or was that with your modifiers?
Which modifiers do I use again?
For you, what's your spell attack modifier?
It is charisma.
Charisma. So you add your charisma modifier and then 2.
Okay, so 5. So that would actually be a 13.
So 13 just misses. The 20, go ahead and roll damage on the 20 for the guy.
All right. So I got. All right, so it's a 6.
A 6? All right. Next up, who rolled the 5?
That's probably me.
All right.
So are there 3 plus the woman who is opposed to her? Is that what we've got left?
Yeah, you've got 3 plus the woman.
Yeah, I wanna huck spells at somebody.
Okay.
Who is the most injured amongst those?
So the blue person has taken the most hits, but the dwarf back here, the dwarf back here is looking kind of rough.
And how much does the fog help us from not getting hit by ranged units?
The fog helps you quite a bit to avoid getting hit by that stuff. They're going to be rolling at disadvantage.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna chuck an Eldritch Blast at the lady with the scimitar.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
We've rolled a 10 on, 10 plus my modifier, so 15 for hit.
A 15 hits.
And for damage, we roll 10.
Okay, she's starting to look kind of rough. Next up is Zane.
Woohoo! Okay. So Lokag is going to, in my best, what's his name? I'm totally forgetting. But anyways, Lokag's going to go, "You can run, but you can't hide!" And I'm going to cast Longstrider on myself.
Okay.
To give me 10 extra feet of movement. So now I have 40 feet of movement. And so is that a cliff to the left of the blue person?
So this is basically just a long rock wall. Over here, it's kind of open grass.
Okay. So they're shooting from on top of a ledge or something?
They're shooting. So the rock wall isn't full height. It's they can just see over it and shoot and then kind of duck back down.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's almost as tall as a person.
Yeah.
But it's not like a big cliff. Okay. So then can I, if I head south 1 square and then kind of try to head to be just south of the yellow person, is that possible? With my 40 feet of movement?
You can get to there.
What if, can I try to go over the rock wall?
Yeah, go ahead and, if you roll a dexterity check, yeah.
Okay. Is it acrobatics?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. 12.
So you take you take long leaping strides getting up to the wall, and you try to jump over it, but you land just short, and you land on top of the rock wall.
Okay. I do have a question.
3-point stance.
If I'm trying to jump, that might be athletics. Do you think could it be athletics instead?
I'll
That's okay.
I'll allow it this time.
Okay, then it's 17.
Okay, in that case, you jump up and you are now
Yes.
the other captain.
And then I've used pretty much everything now, so I'm done.
You don't have an attack?
No, because I used my action to cast Longstrider.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I just glare at him with my bonus action.
Boren is up.
All right. So, Eliana, you ran back past me off of the road.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Sorry, here's talking to the girls.
So this sort of not in great shape dwarf is sprinting along, trying to get up to the road, trying to get to Eliana, like pulling up chainmail that doesn't fit quite right, and he's like, oh. And then Eliana runs past. I'm like, oh, wait, where are you going? And then, so I turn around, get back, and then I want to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So that'll heal for 10.
Okay. I'll let her know when she gets back that she gets 10 extra hit points. Next up, Nova.
Okay. I walked away for a second. Saw the blue girl, and I can't really see the other.
It looks like there's still 3.
3 still?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4 still, yeah.
4.
Right. Sorry, guys. Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
I told them that we will send them home, the girls, around 9:30.
Okay, that's fine.
So they can stay here until about 9:30.
Okay. By the way, you got healed 10 points by...
So I'm at 13? Woo! Ballin'.
Yeah. Nova, what were you going to do?
Hold on.
And they're still in fog cloud, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Nature's Wrath.
What does that do?
Nature's Wrath is like, it's something I got out of my Oath of the Ancients.
Okay.
And it's like a spell. Hold on. My book, though. I want to make sure I get it correct. So give me just a sec. Nature's Wrath. It's from my Sacred Oath. Because I'm Oath of the Ancients. And it means you can use your channel divinity to invoke evil forces to ensnare a foe. As an action, you can cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet of you that you can see. The creature has to succeed on a strength or dexterity saving throw, its choice, or be restrained. While restrained by the vine, the creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On a success, it frees itself and the vines vanish. I'd like to ensnare the highest. Are there any that we haven't hit yet?
So this one right here that's right next to Locag and this one right here have not been hit.
I'd like to ensnare the one closest to me that has not been hit.
All right, so you're going to run this way. So you get to about here, so you can try to ensnare that one. The blue guy is going to get an attack of opportunity on you. It rolled a 2, so nothing happens. The other one rolled a natural 20, so your grasping vines do not do anything.
Damn it.
Next up are the bandits. This guy right here. Let's see. Much of a pansy is he going to be? He is going to turn to you and try to attack you with his dagger, not his bow. Rolled a 19. So, Nova, you take 7 points of damage.
Got it.
7?
Yeah. Lokag, this one, seeing that you just ran up on you, is going to try to attack you. He gets what? Oh, I need to roll that. He rolled a 7. So I'm guessing that does not hit. And last but not least, this one right here is going to back up a little bit further. And she is going to cast Firebolt at Nova. Rolled a 20, not natural.
I have 16.
Okay.
16 armor, that's a hit.
All right. 20.
What do I take?
You're going to take 10 points of fire damage.
I'm at 8 right now.
She's down to 8 health.
Okay.
Don't
Next.
worry about it.
All right. Next up is Eliana.
Okay.
Did they hear me, John?
Yeah, I made sure I relayed it.
That I have
Oh, I didn't relay that part. As soon as it's somebody's turn, I'll...
So I'm guessing. Okay, I'm guessing I can't quite see since I'm so far back and they're in fog. I can't quite see what's going on with Nova.
Correct.
I don't need healed.
Okay.
I can heal myself on my turn. Don't waste it on me.
I would have to touch you anyway, and I'm not next to you. On the person that I can see, I'm assuming that would be the blue person.
Okay.
I'm going to see if there's anything I can do from this far away first. I know I only have so much time. Okay, I guess with my movement, I'll move towards the blue person, and I will cast Flame Blade.
Okay.
I'll take her eventually.
And then you got to make a melee spell attack.
Yep, I will make my melee spell attack.
I have to make sure you get a kid.
Do I add anything to my
It would be more likely to accept her.
Add proficiency modifier and
You'd have
your charisma is your spell.
wisdom? So would that be my special spell attack bonus? I would add that.
Yes.
Just that, just the +4.
Yeah, just the +4.
Okay, natural 20.
All right, that hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay, that is. Do I add anything to the damage or no?
The damage, no.
Okay, so that would be 3d6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So a total of 26.
She reeled it.
Yeah. You slash at her with your flame blade, and you cut a huge gash across her chest, which instantly catches on fire, and she falls down dead. Exactly. Okay, next up is Illyria. Illyria is going to try to jump over this as well. Pulls an 8. Illyria lands not so gracefully on the rock and is knocked prone. Uses the rest of her movement to stand up, and that is her turn. Next up is Matt, Alandrin.
All right, yeah, I'm going to use Scorching Ray a second time on...
What's the distance on Scorching Ray?
Let me double check on that.
Is that a spell?
120 feet.
Okay, so you can cast Scorching Ray, but you're going to have to do it with disadvantage since there's the fog cloud.
Okay, yeah, I'll still do it.
All right.
Which is fine. 'Cause I need it. Wait, I move after him. I can wait.
All right. So the first one is a 4 or a 9, I guess. Second one is a 12, and the third one is also a 12.
Okay, who were you launching the Scorching Blasts at, or the Scorching Rays?
The one nearest me.
All right, so that would be this one. So the 2 12s hit.
All right. All right, so the first one hits for 4. And the second one hits for 11.
All right. As the Scorching Ray hits this one, it catches him on fire, and he falls down dead. Next up is John.
Yep, I'm fucking blast at whoever's left.
All right, so this one's left, and that one's left.
Which one's more mangled?
Neither of these ones have been hit yet.
I'm actually gonna go for the far one because I know if the other one tries to move, he'll get attacks of opportunity on him.
Okay.
So check a blast does a 18 plus mod 23 hit.
Roll that at disadvantage since the fog is still here.
Oh, that hurts us too. The second one is an 11.
Is that plus your modifier?
Yeah, that's after modifier.
So does the fog only affect long-distance weapons?
Yeah, the fog's only going to affect things that require line of sight beyond 10 feet.
Got it. So did I whiff?
The 11 hits.
11 did hit. Okay, and for damage, we roll another 10.
Another 10. Okay. Your Eldritch Blast hits her right in the chest, and she falls down prone, still alive. It is now Zane's turn.
Ow, I'm getting clawed.
Zane, what are you going to do?
I think you're muted, Zane.
My bad, sorry. I'm going to attempt to grapple the bandit captain that I'm next to.
Alright.
You're not going to get away this time! So this is, so I'm making an athletics check, and then the bandit captain either makes an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Alright.
Whichever one is better for him. I got 25.
You grapple the hell out of him.
Yeah! I'm trying to think, like, So right now, I'm just like grabbing him with like a bear hug from behind, basically,
Okay.
like underneath his arms, so that I'm like holding, like so that's how I'm holding on to him.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. So everyone else knows you will have advantage on attacks against this bandit captain until it breaks Zane's grasp.
Actually, I'm not sure if that's how it works just for grapples. I can check though, but that sounds fine for now.
It makes logical sense that if you're grappled, you're not moving around at all. So
That's a good point. Yeah.
So regardless of what the rules say, the house rules are going to be grappled.
Sweet. I'm even better.
So next up is Josh.
All right. I'm like, all this running back here, now over there. So I'm going to try and book it and go all the way around the rock because I'm not about to hop over that and try and get to the person Zane has grappled.
You can get to here, which is close enough for melee combat if you want.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just hit him with my warhammer.
All right.
All out of breath, like my last step. I'm just like, oh.
All right.
And a 4.
Did you roll with advantage?
Oh, thank you. Nat 1 on the second one.
So the 4 still.
Yeah.
You like leave an indent in the ground. Somehow you missed a perfectly still target.
So I run all this way and then essentially just like trip over myself and like hit the ground next to him.
Basically. Nova, it's your turn.
Nova.
I thought Nova was at the top of the round.
Yeah, it's Nova's turn because it was just Josh's turn.
Oh, never mind. My brain isn't working.
That's okay.
John distracted me with talk of Gaia's lack of eyebrows.
Anyway.
She has eyebrows. She does.
As fascinating as that is.
Yeah.
Am I still standing next to one guy?
Yeah, you're still standing next to him.
I can't see your screen well enough to like define where creatures are on it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Once we get these things painted, it's going to be easier.
Yeah, I'm going to buy some paint and paint them.
It's not your fault. I just can't see well the creatures.
So Nova, you're here, and he is here.
Okay, perfect. I'll just go ahead and try to hit him with my sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll my. I don't want to tell you what I got.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 3. Plus 5, 8.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah, I know.
Next up is the bandits. So this one's going to use a turn to stand up. And she's going to try to run away.
I thought that was her whole turn because she's prone.
She stood up, which was half her movement. And then she ran to here. This guy, seeing that he's kind of royally effed, is going to try to break the grapple.
Yeah, rolling dice.
He rolls a 1.
Yeah, I got way more than a 1.
Next up is
I feel like you should get like a punch in the face during the grapple for that.
No, that's on my turn.
That's on his turn.
Yeah.
So
I start kneeing him and stuff.
Eliana.
My turn?
Yeah.
How far away from me is that person running away? And since they're out of the fog, I can probably see them, right? Or no, I'm in the
That's
fog.
not how, you're in the fog, so you cannot see past the fog.
Okay. And
She-
I can't see. I can't see the people around the rock.
No. She's 55 feet away from you, though.
Okay. I'm gonna jump over.
Okay. Roll for athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Either way, it's only a +1 for me.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3.
You get about halfway up the rock, hit your foot on the rock, and fall back down, taking 2 points of falling damage.
2 points. Oh.
Are you going to do an action?
Well, I can't do what I was going to do now, so let's go with. I'll attempt produce flame at the guy being grappled, since I can technically control that.
Okay, go ahead and roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, no, you wouldn't be rolling at disadvantage because you also get advantage because of twisted limb. Low tag.
So just roll 1?
Just roll 1.
Okay, then it was an 18, I think.
18 hits.
Okay, so what was that? 1d8 of fire damage. Eight.
All right. Okay, next up is Eliana. Eliana's going to roll to attack. She hits.
Tony, you're using the wrong names. You just said my name again.
All right, Illyria is going to, number 1, jump off the rock. Number 2, attempt to attack with her lance. Which is a D12. She rolled 8 plus 3 is 11. So she does 11 damage. Next up is Elandrin.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and use magic missiles on the remaining person. And
Okay.
direct all 3 at them.
So make sure you roll the attack at disadvantage.
Okay, yeah. All 3. All right. Yeah. So that's a 7.
A 7, that misses.
Okay.
Next up is Fenthwick.
You missed 2.
Yeah. So the person didn't quite get away?
She is 55 feet away from most of the party and about 80 feet away from you.
So she's still in my range. I'm gonna shoot at her again.
All right, shoot with. Hold on. So if you move 5 feet this way, both of you will be out of the fog, and you'll be able to roll without disadvantage.
Cool. I would like to do that.
All right.
So 14 plus 5, 19.
19 hits.
And for damage, 7.
All right. As she's running away, you chuck an Eldritch Blast right at her back, and it blows out her spine, and you watch her tumble to the ground dead.
Yes.
Next up is Lotog.
All right. So to add insult to injury, I'm going to try to prone him.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to take him down by sweeping his legs. So for this one, it's a similar thing. So I'm going to roll my athletics, and you can roll athletics or acrobatics to avoid getting knocked down. 23.
You get him on the ground, and I'm going to say he failed hard enough to where he's going to take 3 points of falling damage.
Yes.
All right. So he is on the ground now. Laura, how long does produce fog last?
An hour.
Okay, then we are still totally fine then.
And so just to describe a little bit, I've got him by his like collar, and I'm like holding his collar up as I've got hit my knee like on his chest.
Okay.
Okay, tell me about fog too. It only goes away until a wind of moderate or greater speed, at least 10 miles an hour, disperses it.
Okay. It's a pretty calm day. It's still early in the day, so that's not an issue yet. Josh, you are up.
Now you got him at the correct height for me. And I go to bash you.
You get advantage on these attacks.
Awesome. Okay. I don't think that hits. 10.
10 misses.
And then, oh, wait, but the second one with advantage, 18.
18 hits.
Yes. So that's with my hammer. Okay. 6 points of damage.
All right. All right. He's starting to look kind of rough. Next up is Nova.
I'm gonna try to hit him.
All right.
Gets advantage.
16 with advantage.
That hits.
Okay, and hold on. 5.
All right.
Plus 2 because it's one-handed, so 7.
Are you adding your strength to that?
No. Am I supposed to be adding my strength every time? Because I'd be hitting so much harder.
Yeah, you're supposed to be adding your strength to every melee attack roll.
Okay, well, I get +2 for dueling fighting, and I get +5 for my strength.
Okay, that explains why you haven't been doing squat for damage. Yeah, so that's 7 on top of what?
7 plus 5, so 12.
All right, that's 12 damage. That sounds more realistic. Okay.
That makes so much more sense. I'm sorry, that's my bad. I didn't understand that.
Oh, that's okay. You've just been making everybody else stronger. He is going to try to break out of the really bad situation. And he rolls another 1. Are you kidding me?
14.
Okay. Eliana, you're up. And he's looking really, really bad.
Okay.
We could give him mercy.
I'm going to try to jump over the thing again.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
We must vanquish evil.
And I rolled a 9, but I add, what, athletics?
Yeah.
I have a whole 10. Double digits.
You successfully get on top of the rock.
Yay!
Go ahead and do your action, whatever it's going
Well,
to
I can't do flame blade like I wanted.
No.
So I will cast something that won't hurt other people.
Yeah, because basically everybody's surrounding him right now.
I'm gonna have to do produce flame again because that's the only thing I can really control from this distance.
All right, go ahead and attack. You do not have to take. Well, you get advantage now.
Okay, and also, never mind. Well, what do I add to the?
So-
I add my spell attack bonus, right? The +4.
Yep.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Not natural.
All right, that hits.
And that was 1d8. And it was 8.
How do you want to
I'm
do?
not lying, guys. I promise, I'm not lying.
How do you want to do this?
Ooh. I cast the produce flame in my hand. I just kind of look at it for a second as I let it get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I look at him straight in the eyes and just go right at his face.
Okay. So as you produce the flame in your hand, you get enchanted by it, saying, "Ooh, shiny!" And then you lick it at his face, and it catches his beard on fire, and you watch him choking on the soot and ash from his beard, and he falls over dead.
That's so metal.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Huh.
There's some magic for you.
Tony, I think I did a boo-boo and I didn't actually kill him, possibly.
What was the boo-boo?
Produce flame is range itself. Am I close enough from the rock or no?
You can chuck it.
Yeah, it's a weird spell, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, 10-foot radius. Never mind, I read it wrong. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. You definitely kill him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, that was my bad. I read it wrong.
So you kill him. So one of the things I'm going to start doing, rather than having you guys track your own experience, since I want to make sure everybody's leveling up at the same time, I'm going to be just kind of doing a party level experience, if that's okay with people.
Cool. Wait, so
That sounds good.
real fast.
Are we going to crack level 4 then?
No, we're not cracking level 4. Shut the fuck up. Are we at the same level as Josh and Zane?
Yes, everybody has the same amount of experience, I'm saying.
Okay, so you're leveling us up always at the same level. We're not keeping track of our HP or our experience because you're keeping track of it.
Yeah, it's just going to be easier for me that way.
So you're just going to tell us when we get to a different level?
Yeah, because honestly, if I start having people at different levels, it becomes a lot harder to plan these encounters out to make sure they're not deadly.
Sure, Tony.
And Tony's still new to this, so he wants to make sure that he doesn't accidentally kill all of us all the time.
Yeah.
Tony, you're doing a really great job. I think you're a really good DM.
Well, thank you. Yeah, wait until there's a TPK and then we'll talk.
That's just the best kind of DM.
You successfully fought off 6 bandits. You gained 145 experience points for your efforts.
Oh, that's kind of underwhelming.
Huh? Oh, kind of underwhelming. Yeah, bandits aren't super strong.
No, they went down pretty easy. Let's just have it.
Can I check the boss guy's body for any cool knickknacks or gold or anything?
You're looking specifically for knickknacks.
She finds a puzzle.
You find a golden frog.
A golden frog?
No, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
Laura finds a puzzle. It does nothing.
You said investigation, so that would be +3. 14?
14. You find the most beautiful stick.
No, not that one again.
No. On him, you see.
Does it poke her in the eye?
Yes. You see a ring, actually. Other people trying to loot the body, I'm guessing.
I would like to loot not the boss, but some of the other guys. The guy that I'm closest to.
That is one of the bosses.
What? They're all bosses?
No, 2 of them were bosses. 4 of them were just kind of standard lackey level.
Okay, then I'd like to loot the guy closest to me. Yeah.
Okay. You find a great sword,
Woo!
which is a 2-handed
How
weapon.
come she keeps finding the awesome stuff? God, all I got was a ring. I don't even know anything about.
Honestly, you don't know anything about the great sword, but it doesn't really give off any magical properties.
I have my frost sword. I think I got a frost sword.
Okay.
Wait, forgot to use that when you did damage.
I should have used my frost sword, but I don't remember what it did because I didn't have it written down.
I think you got a D4 wing for ice damage on top.
Fenthwick, if you take one of the crossbows off of the dwarves, that might have something fun for you.
Yeah, I want it.
All right, take one of the light crossbows.
Can you pin? Okay.
I got it.
Boren and Lotog, I will say you guys each find a magic item that is uncommon.
Landrin, are you going to check any of the bodies?
Yeah,
Melandrin wants some loot.
sure I do.
Did they have any gold on them?
Let me check.
Was anyone else gonna take the greatsword? Because
No.
I could use a greatsword.
I think Nova's the one that found it, but I don't know if she said she was going to take it or not.
So it's not a magical greatsword, so I don't know if Nova's gonna want it, honestly.
No, if you want it, I'll give it to you.
She just
I mean, I might use it.
Yeah, I'll sell it if you don't want it. So if you want it, take it.
Okay, sweet. Now I have a big weapon.
Is it a 1d8, 2d10, or 1d10 if it's 2 hand versus 1 hand?
Yeah.
If there's another Tiberius in this ring, I'm going to be so pissed.
Oh, I completely understand that. That's why it has to happen.
Can I investigate the this lady who was like acting like she's weak and then pulls out a magical sword?
Yeah.
Can I just investigate? Like, so I'm just checking out her body. Is she like
Super
does she
hot.
look like it? No. Like, did she actually look like a beggar, or was she just like fooling everybody?
She was just fooling everybody, honestly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Looks like she had found some mud on the road and kind of rubbed it on her face from last night's storm. And then kind of
Gotcha.
the clothes are torn, but it looks like it's obvious that like she was tearing her own clothes to make it look worse than it actually is.
Did you say they had gold, Tony?
Yes, they have gold. They have 400 total gold pieces.
Oh, sweet.
How much is that divided by
7.
7?
You each get
400
55.
by 7.
Technically, it's like
57.
50.14.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. What was that?
Just say you got 55 gold pieces each.
Yeah, that makes it easy.
55. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you get 57 gold pieces and 1 copper, or 1 silver and 4 copper, or something.
But just counted as 55.
Just counted as 55.
Okay.
While you are investigating her, Boren, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me real quick.
Stop helping.
Tony, do I see anything different about the ring, or does it just look like a shiny ring to me right now?
It's giving off magical properties, but it's going to take you some time to get fully attuned to it, to understand what it does.
Okay, so I'm assuming I put it on then.
Yeah. Josh, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
10.
10. What kind of items does your character use? I don't want to give you something that's completely useless.
He's got a warhammer right now, a crossbow, a shield, and then some light mail armor.
Okay. She's wearing a chainmail shirt, and she's carrying a shield that seems to have some sort of magical property.
I'll take those both. I doubt I'm gonna fit in this chainmail without some adjustments, but we'll make it work.
Yeah. Elandrin. What kind of stuff would your character want, Elandrin? Sorry, this is me trying to make sure I'm not giving people crap.
Oh, no, it's okay. I don't know. I'm in the market for wands, and I do wear cloth armor.
So I don't know. I don't know if wizards can or sorcerers can wear actual armor, can they? I think they might not have advantage with armor, with any armor.
Oh, yeah, they don't actually.
Yeah, so what would happen if you wore armor is everything you would do would be at disadvantage. So I'm going to recommend... so the girl that was way over here, she is wearing a set of robes that are giving off some sort of magical property. So you could take her robes.
What kind of magical property are they giving off? Ah, why are you a cat? Oh!
The answer is you don't know at this point.
Nothing that's going to murder me.
No, it's not. It doesn't seem like anything's going to murder you.
Okay. Then, yeah,
All right. So that's about everything they have on their bodies. Make sure you write down the items that I gave you, because I did not write them down.
I mean, you only gave me the great sword, right? And I traded it to Thorn.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. You know that shield you got in the temple?
No.
When you put your hands on the sarcophagus in the temple, Bahamut gifted you a shield, if you remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. You still need to attune to that shield, and to do that, you're going to want to pray to Bahamut one of these nights.
Do that while we're playing.
Yeah. So you notice that. So you took care of the bandits. Let me get rid of the dead guy here. So hopefully the town won't have any issues with roving bandits in the near future.
How long have we been traveling before we got to here?
Before you got there, about 3 hours.
Oh, well, never mind.
Why?
Oh, I was going to say if we had been traveling for a while and we were getting close to where they thought the river was, I was going to send Artemis up to see and investigate the river.
Okay. So, continuing, are you guys going to travel along the road still, or are you going to go on the road now, or are you going to go through the woods still?
I'd still like to stay in the woods, but it's up to you guys.
I think the woods thing worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah, we would have stayed in the woods.
But here's the thing, we probably would have been attacked directly if we'd been walking along the road.
No, I think we would have passed them, but we might have hit them on the way back.
We're on the road, though. They could have just, shot some arrows at us if we were walking along the road.
Maybe. I don't know. It depends on how Tony would have played it.
Well, that's like the entire game, though, is how Tony would have played it.
And Tony would mean person.
I am a very mean person.
What's our rough remaining playtime, Tony? Do you have an idea?
Not too much longer.
Okay.
Like 10 minutes-ish?
Yeah, probably if that. I just need to get you guys somewhere, and then we're gonna drop you off. Okay. So you continue walking through the forest. You're about, let's say, a half a mile out from the river. And as you get closer to the river, you hear a strange flopping sound.
Is it Gaia?
It is not Gaia. So as you get closer to the river, you see that the river is dry, and there are fish kind of flopping around.
Like the water just stopped.
Like the water just stopped flowing here.
To fix this now.
Huh?
I said we need to fix it now. Bit.
Can I cast, what is it called?
Produce water?
I don't know if I don't think I can produce enough water to save those fishies.
Probably not.
No.
Can she?
Gosh dang it, it's the one that senses, magic or whatever.
Are there any mythical creatures she can turn into that do produce water?
Not at this point, no.
Can we do something fast to fix this?
Can we see where the water is, or does it look like it's the whole river?
So from where you're at, it looks like the whole river from where you're at.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out if detect magic would be,
Give it a shot.
All right, I'll cast detect magic.
What's the range on that?
30 feet.
Okay.
But it lasts for up to 10 minutes, so I guess within 30 feet of me. So if I'm walking up the river or whatever, it would continue kind of with me.
Okay.
And Laura, I have dispel magic, so if for some reason you detect something that is bad, I can also dispel it.
Yeah, this is what it says. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. And you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, 1 sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay. So what did you roll?
Oh, I need to roll. What is it I'm rolling?
Just roll a d20 and give me the number.
Do I add anything to that? Do I add my +4 for spell attack?
Go ahead and add +4.
14.
You sense a faint aura floating above the riverbed where the water should be, but is not. And I'm trying to think. This is...
It says around any visible creature or object is the aura.
Okay. It's basically on the riverbed then.
Hi.
What does it look like it is?
It looks like flowing water.
The spell does?
Yeah.
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
May I use dispel magic? Because that's one of my spells I have.
So let me tell Eliana the type of magic here. This is a breath weapon.
Breath weapon.
It's a dragon?
I would recommend letting Artemis scout the area.
It's a dragon.
Yeah, that was what I was going to do next, actually. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals and talk to Artemis and ask him to fly up the direction of where the water looks like it stopped flowing, and then if there's nothing there, fly the other direction and see if there's something that way.
Okay. So Artemis flies up off of you, and as he flies up off of you, you hear the sound of rushing water to start to refill the empty riverbed. Wait 4 hours, and Artemis flies back and tells you.
So I have to use another spell because I don't just automatically talk to him. So I have to use speak with animals again.
Okay.
Because it's been a few hours, you said.
Yeah. So when Artemis gets back, he tells you, well, I saw something very weird. It looked like a large, muddy hill was breathing at the river, and then the river went away, and the brown hill reached down with a head and ate fish.
That sounds like a dragon to me.
It's a fucking dragon.
I don't think we're ready for a dragon, you guys.
We're ready. I speak Draconian.
So Artemis mentions that this dragon, this hill didn't look big enough to be an ancient dragon. So if it's a dragon, it must be a smaller dragon.
Let's just say that most dragons are good. If you look up the history of dragons, most of them are good.
Most dragons also don't breathe dehydration rays.
Shut up.
Yeah. But even if it's an evil dragon, we might be able to negotiate with it.
True. I guess we can give it a try if we're smart enough about it. How far does Artemis say that it? I'm guessing I asked Artemis how far this was up.
About 3 miles away. Artemis took longer because he wanted to be really sure.
Being that we know that this has been a continual issue, and I just spent a lot of spells talking to my owl, do you guys want to take a rest before we go attack a dragon?
Well, that's where we're going to end it for today.
Okay.
So,
I vote for a full rest.
Yeah.
as the DM, I recommend a full rest.
Well,
Yeah,
I
makes
assumed
sense.
that this was a couple days, but yeah, I would be the only one that truly needed a rest. But I mean, since we're taking a break anyways, we might as well say we are.
Yeah. All right. So that's where we end for today. Did you have
Awesome.
something to say, Jen?
He did say for sure that it was a dragon.
It is 100% a dragon, and it is 100% a dragon that is not going to be a very common dragon. It is a brown dragon.
Okay. So I think that we should approach this next time we meet as not a battle, but as a reasoning. Like, we should try and reconcile and work with the dragon.
But we know it's a bad dragon.
It's not a bad dragon. Maybe it's just a dragon in a bad situation.
It's a
That is
dragon that
so
destroys
unfair.
the world.
It is not, but okay.
Okay, all right, outside of the game, I'm going to tell you that the reason this dragon breathes dehydration is it hates water and loves fish.
Okay, so we find a better way for it to get fish.
All right.
I'm just saying.
I love this problem solving.
Not killing a dragon. What? What'd you say, Zane?
Oh, sorry. I love that idea of like we just need to find it a bunch of fish somewhere.
Why don't we just make it into like a dragon that knows how to take care of itself rather than killing everyone else?
It's not that it doesn't know, it's that the easiest way to catch fish is to not be in water.
How about we disperse the hearsay and just see what happens next time?
If you teach a dragon to fish,
You know that my entire life right now is coming up with ideas for shit like this. I'm like pulling out right now. I have to write white papers out the wazoo, so I'm like coming up with ideas. Why can't I write white papers about things like this?
yes, Gaia, it's very hard.
You allowed me to use my white papers inside of this game.
Make a wallpaper for this.
I could make a white paper on D&D if they allowed me to get a good grade on it, but I don't think that my physiology professor would actually care about the immune response.
That's one opinion.
All right. Well, I should probably get going because I gotta take the baby from my nieces and get everything set up.
Okay. So, are people okay with 2 weeks from today? Same
Yeah.
bat time, same bat day?
Yeah.
What was that, Jen?
Weekend.
Yeah, it would be the weekend of March. It would be March 3rd that we would play.
5 p.m.
Yeah, 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Go.
And that's 5 p.m. Central Time, folks. So for people in our time zone, it's 6 o'clock still.
5 p.m. Central.
Yeah, that's 5 p.m. your time, Jen.
Okay.
All right. So hopefully everybody had fun. That is all I have for today. And we will see everybody on March 3rd.